Section 1. Dependence on plants. All animals and humans rely on plants for food. Photosynthesis. Green plants produce their own food through photosynthesis, making them autotrophs. Organisms depending on them are heterotrophs. Sunlight. Dependency. Plants use sunlight to synthesize organic compounds, forming the energy base for all life on Earth. Key roles of photosynthesis. Primary source of food, sustains all living forms. Oxygen production, vital for respiration. Focus, explores photosynthetic machinery and reactions converting light energy into chemical energy. Photosynthesis requirements. Chlorophyll, light, and CO2 are essential for photosynthesis. Experiment 1. Tested starch formation in variegated leaves or leaves partially covered with black paper. Result: photosynthesis occurs only in green parts exposed to light. Experiment 2. Leaf partially enclosed in a test tube with KOH absorbs CO2 while the other half exposed to air. Result: exposed part tested positive for starch, proving CO2 is required for photosynthesis. Joseph Priestley, 1770, observed that a candle extinguishes and a mouse suffocates in a closed space. Adding a mint plant allowed the candle to burn and the mouse to survive. Conclusion: plants restore air by removing what animals and candles consume. Chen Ingenhus, 1790 S. Darkness. In sunlight, green parts of plants released oxygen, seen as bubbles in aquatic plants. Conclusion: sunlight is essential for oxygen release and air purification by plants. Julius von Sachs, 1854, showed that plants produce glucose during growth, storing it as starch. Identified chloroplasts as the site of glucose production in green parts of plants. T.W. Engelman, 18431909, split light into spectral components and illuminated green algae in a bacterial suspension. Found oxygen evolution occurs in blue and red light, defining the first action spectrum of photosynthesis. Key photosynthesis knowledge, 2019th century. Plants use light, CO2, and water to make carbohydrates, glucose. Cornelius van Neel 1-8971985 demonstrated photosynthesis as a light-dependent reaction, with hydrogen donors reducing CO2 to carbohydrates. Found O2 comes from water, not CO2, proven using radioisotopic techniques. Correct equation: 6CO2 plus 12H2O plus light minus C6 H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. Note: photosynthesis is a multi-step process, not a single reaction. Section 2. Photosynthesis. Location. Occurs in chloroplasts within mesophyll cells of green leaves. Can also occur in other green parts of plants. Chloroplast structure. Contains grana, stacks of thylakoids, stroma lamellae, and stroma matrix. Membrane system traps light and synthesizes ATP and NADPH. Reactions in photosynthesis. Light reactions occur in the membrane system, directly driven by light. Dark reactions occur in the stroma, rely on ATP and NADPH from light reactions. Key insight: dark reactions do not mean they occur in darkness, but that they are independent of direct light. Types of pigments in photosynthesis. Leaf pigments. Plants contain multiple pigments contributing to their shades of green. Chlorophyll A, bright/blue. Chlorophyll B. Xanthophylls, yellow. Carotenoids, yellow to yellow. Pigment. These pigments absorb light at specific wavelengths for photosynthesis. Chlorophyll A is the most abundant pigment and plays the central role. absorption spectrum, figure 11.3a. Chlorophyll A absorbs maximally in the blue 430-450 nm and red 640-680 nm regions. Chlorophyll B and carotenoids extend the range of absorbed light